Cheers, everybody. We are back.
We're back.
We are back at the epicenter of Hurricane Ian.
This is Ian Relief.
Ian Relief 101. We have Queen coming on next.
Oh, boy.
That was great.
Terrible. Hey, hopefully you're being safe out there. Hopefully you're, out of the Tampa area if you live down in the city. We're kind of north of it, but figured you guys would like a quick review of...
Today, we are reviewing Buffalo Trace.
But not Buffalo Trace.
Regular Buffalo Trace. We have...
Store pick Buffalo Trace.
That's right.
From?
Coronavirus. Corona Cigar.
Wrong national disaster or whatever.
Corona Cigar. Tommy pick just came out, and if you are able to grab this at the bar or in a pack, it is special because not only is it Tommy, the Candyman's pick, it is also Mash Bill Dos.
Dos 2. Unda trois. Well.
Da.
Yeah. I did all
Un, deux, trois.
Yeah. Dos 2.
Dos.
Mash Bill 2.
Mash Bill 2. So this is from the Blanton's Elmer T. Lee line, not the regular Buffalo Trace Eagle Rare product line. So, a little bit higher rye in the mash bill, a little bit more rare.
Harder to find.
I mean, Buffalo Trace is annoyingly hard to find anyway. So what I've done is I have poured a little tiny taste.
Nah, this is a regular bin pour if you go to his house.
Right, if you go to my house, this is what you get. This is it. Little sample. Little sampy
enjoy
samp.
this.
A little sampy samp of the OG Buffalo Trace, right?
Og.
Right. The Og Buffalo Trace. Just to kind of acclimate our palates.
We definitely haven't been drinking.
We haven't. This is definitely the first time we recorded this, and not the second.
Mic seems to be working well, so...
Yeah, we'll see.
Sorry for breaking your ears, guys.
Anyway, so, the first OG Buffalo Trace, very, to me, it's a caramel apple, very ripe red apple notes, especially on the nose, and a little on the palate. It drinks a little thin in my head.
Now listen, I just thought of this. It's kind of like an apple pie in a glass.
You know
what I was thinking.
I've heard no one say that before.
Never heard that.
Never heard it before. That's genius. I think we should probably patent that, just in general.
Patent, trademark, copyright.
Yeah. So there's definitely a little bit of vanilla, your typical, vanilla caramel notes. But I always get a little bit of apple in the Buffalo Trace Younger product.
Additional fruitiness. So
it's okay.
Just okay. People go crazy for this stuff, but it's just okay.
Yeah, if I could get it for $22, $25, I'd be pretty happy.
It's fine.
But
paying more than $30 for this? Pass.
$30? No.
Don't do it.
That seems ridiculous.
So, now Tommy's. Shout out Corona Cigar. Available at the bar now. Well, now it probably closed down due to the hurricane. But, post-hurricane, go grab some of this at the bar.
Yes. I have seen this at the bar, but also, if you can catch it on the right day, I've seen some packs being sold. So, it'll be this and maybe an Eagle Rare in a pack with some Wheatley and your typical kind of pack accoutrement.
Ooh.
That's right. That's
you
right.
the big words.
Okay.
Why use a big word when a diminutive one will work just fine?
Anyway, so on the nose, I get...
Oh, it's creamy.
It's way cream.
Creamy.
So cream.
So
cream
sweet.
To the nose.
Oh. It's like a creamy caramel, right?
Yes.
Like when we go to Dunkin' and you get the cream with the caramel swirl. I know you never do that.
Yeah,
You're
I've never done
coffee drinker, but for us normal people that drink sugar in our coffee, that's what it is.
It smells older.
Creamy caramel, like a Werther's.
Yeah, it smells heftier, way more heftier. Yeah, it just smells
more mature.
Yeah,
maybe it is older. Hard to know.
How is it not older? I mean, all of those characteristics of a younger product.
Don't shine
maybe
through.
A little more fruitier notes.
Yeah.
That's all more like caramel and darker fruits right now. So, in my head, I think it's older. Man, it's way more creamy on the nose. Yum, yum,
We're going to say it's older whether it is or not. I mean, this is our show. Who's going to prove us wrong?
No one. Tommy.
Well, but
Tommy's the only one that would know.
Tommy doesn't know how old that other bottle we have is.
Ooh, true. Haha.
And Tommy's not going to say his bottle's younger.
To that, Tommy.
I'd imagine this is a little older.
Definitely.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But where that's probably 5-ish, this is probably closer to 7.
No, it's not 5. I think it's 6 to 8. I thought was typical Buffalo. Yeah. Maybe this is 8
maybe
to 10.
6 to 8. Yeah.
8 to 10. I'm going to be guessing.
All right. 5 and 7, 6 and 8, same thing.
Yeah. half a dozen, 6 in one.
The other. All right. Creaminess carries over.
Yes.
It is super. I know you hate the word smooth, but it's super. The harsh edges that you would imagine from a younger product do get smoothed out. I think that you do get. Again, would you rather me say the word round? Would you rather me say less sharp than smooth?
Less bright.
Less bright. Yeah. The way we describe that. It's duller is the right word, but
rich. This is wholesome. Rich
and wholesome.
Wholesome rich.
It's like a virgin.
That's weird.
Thing.
No, I don't know about that. No, that's describing words.
Okay, so more creamy, and then kind of an amped up version on the palate of Buffalo Trace. A lot of caramel. You do get some of that apple, but it's just more dense. It's more hearty.
Yes, like whereas the original one drinks considerably waterier. You know, it's the same proof, but in my head it's thinner. It drinks way thinner on the palate. The store pick, man, it's hefty. It's hefty.
It is.
The mouthfeel is considerably better.
And I think because you're on that mash bill too, and it is that higher rye, the finish, the back end of the palate,
a little more spicy,
brings a lot more spice. And it's not like an overwhelming amount of spice. It's nothing that's going to knock you on your feet. But whereas the first one brings no spice, this one does bring a little bit on that back end. A little black pepper on the back end.
Yeah, I can see some black tea as well. But I'm really enjoying the pick. And so I do want to talk about this because Buffalo Trace, either of these iterations are not like my alley of what I specifically like, because I like 105 proof and kind of up. So we're a little disconnected from like my typical profile. The reason why I really enjoy these is because it's easy to tell a story of store pick. I can say you'll spend the extra $5 on a bottle for a store pick, but the return that you get from buying into a store pick is
2 or 3 times as good. Yeah,
is easily twice as good as like the original one. Now, again, that goes back to making sure that you line up with the palate of the person that's picking it. Tommy just is very sweet and candy, and has a really very kind of like down the line of sweetness palate.
Sure.
And so, if you like those kind of profile notes, then this is exactly what you would want.
Yeah.
But again, I think this is a very good comparison of saying, hey, this is why store picks sell, and this is why you should be leaning towards store picks.
Right, yeah. Store picks are also your closest thing in a Buffalo Trace and allocated product, but store picks are also your closest thing to true allocation, right? You'll only get one barrel of that.
Yeah, there's one barrel of it.
And so, for people that are chasing things or want some uniqueness, right? You don't just want something you can... I do find it hard to just drink the things that I just buy off the shelf. I love store picks, whether they're from Tommy, Lucan's, Gasper's, Willie's, wherever. I love store picks because I love the uniqueness of them, right? The entire profile doesn't change, but I love that they're just a little bit different. So, yeah, I'm all in on this. How you grading it?
Okay, so I'm going to give 2 grades.
Okay.
One from personally me, and for me this is a B just because I want higher proof. I want proof, and so it's just a little light for me. But for the average person who may not like exclusively 105 or 110 plus bottles, this is probably an A minus.
Yeah.
Because the amount of flavor that you're getting at 90 proof is massive. And so I think it's an A minus for a typical drinker, especially if you like Buffalo Trace already. This is just like next level.
Might be even higher. Yeah.
I mean, this is better than like Eagle Rare, like a base Eagle Rare.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like regular Buffalo Trace more than Eagle Rare. As crazy as that is.
Yeah, that does seem crazy. But anyway,
they made it farther in our tournament.
That's true. But like I said, I think B for me, A minus for most people.
So I think I'd be very similar to you. I'd have a B plus, and for me, and then an A minus just in general. But
yeah,
I've been working outside all day and like haven't been, hurricane shutters, clean out the garage, want to get both cars in, hurricane stuff all day, trying to pick up limbs, prepare for the. It's an A minus for me today because it's perfect after
a long day.
Like 115 proof right now would just absolutely wipe me out. Like. True. as much as I would love to have a 1920, as much as I'd love to have one of those big boys, this is perfect. I couldn't handle.
This is perfect. I can't even blow it out.
I thought I was gonna cough. trying to. Yeah, I'm hammered off the 90 proof. So yeah, A- for me.
Yeah. So this is probably what I'll be drinking during most of the hurricane. I'm interested to hear.
Put this on your Apple Jacks.
I want to hear what y'all's hurricane pour is.
Hurricane pour, that'd be cool. Yeah, hit us up. Hit us up on social media. Tag us on Instagram. It's Bourbon on a Budget everywhere. Thank you for hanging out. Until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
Also, stay safe.